100 changes across fruits. Damn. More than 100? Damn. Instinct mechanics. I've ruled PvP for a long time with plenty of other tools. Struggle to find their place. Update is meant to shake things up by putting back a few of those dominant options, using overlooked fruits. Fighting styles, stronger hitboxes, faster abilities, useful new tools, and in some cases, completely new behavior. The main thing I'm concerned about is the kin tricking. Like, I bet you because they buffed Doe. Yeah, Def Step, Sharkman Karate got a buff. Dragon Talon got a nerf. Singing got a nerf. Yeah. What's up, Gerald? Back to old favorites. Trying new combinations you normally wouldn't use and rethinking the builds you have relied on. With this many changes leading at once, PvP may feel a bit chaotic at first. This part makes an update this big exciting. Balance will continue to evolve after these changes go live. Maybe this is just fine. Alright. So, this is all the stuff they buffed. I can't wait to see people start using Dark and Dark Blade again. Honestly, I just can't wait for that. And the Def Step combo with that too is crazy. Things that got buffed: Dark, Dark Blade, Def Step, Doe, Dragon Hybrid. I don't know why they buffed that. That was already OP. Pretty sure they just buffed like the Fury meter. Eagle, Fiend. Fiend was already OP enough in my opinion. Flame, Gas, Ghost. Honestly, I think Ghost did need a slight buff, because not enough people were using it. Gun M1s. Yeah, I'd say they needed it. Your birthday's Monday? Nice. Your gas storage? Nice. They did... Oh, I already saw the ice buff, dude. I gotta say, that is one of... I'd say that's gonna become one of the new, like, main fruits people use. Instinct gotta rework Kabucha. I can't wait to start using Kabucha again. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome on in. I do have gas stored. I have a few. What's up, guys? I need to pull up a stream chat on my other phone. Just check, because I can't see y'all's chats fully. Mammoth got a buff. Phoenix got a buff. Pulvy 2. Quake buff right before they rework it. That's interesting. Waited for your stream. Oh, my skull started, bro. I'm currently not playing blox right now. I'm just going over the balance changes. Sand got a buff, so my favorite fruit got a buff, bro. Along with Sharkman, Karate, Spider, Tiger, Twin Hooks, Venom Bow, Werewolf, and Yeti. Twin Hooks and Venom Bow getting a buff for that one rubber combo is huge. That's gonna lead to some crazy damage. Now they nerfed 8 things, which I'm really happy about these 8 nerfs. They nerfed Dragonheart, Infurion Ghoul V4, Kitsune, Lightning, Sanguine, Skullguitar, and Yama. So, hey guys, I'm pulling up the stream on my other phone so I can see y'all's things. Gonna give me 1 second. I can't fully see y'all's chat. It's white on white. I can't see it. Just take me a second real quick. So, Werewolf and Yeti got a buff too. It's a bit more interesting. Give me a sec, I'm pulling it up right now. Alright. I'm currently not doing trades right now. I'm just, whatchamacallit. I'm just going over the buffs and nerfs. Nerfs, they nerfed Dragonheart, Infurion Ghoul V4, Kitsune, Lightning, Sanguine, Skullguitar, and Yama. So I'm really happy that Kit and Infurion got nerfed. I have some other people that are gonna hate that those got nerfed. Along with Lightning, I love that got nerfed too. They nerfed the 3 meta fruits. They also nerfed one of the meta fighting styles, guns, and swords, and race. Yeah, they nerfed like every main build. Like, those 8 things getting nerfed is gonna save the game. Adjusted though, I really want to see what they adjusted in True Triple Katana and Pain. I heard that the new Pain thing, it's so good. Once I live stream playing the game and not going over this, then I will. Yeah, you can add anyone in Roblox. So what got adjusted is Control, Diamond, Pain, Shark V4, and Triple Katana. True Triple Katana. So when we're gonna look at stuff, I'm just gonna go over the adjusted stuff to start. So for Control, the outside domain, the cooldown is increased by 4 seconds. Now, but the hitbox size is decreased by 10. That's like a nerf right there. Cooldown increased by 4. Oh, they nerfed it. End lag increased by hitting an enemy. That's a nerf. What the hell? For the M1, damage increased by 3. The M1 damage got increased by 350%. Am I reading that right? The cooldown increased by 250%. Okay, so that's honestly, I'd say that's worth it. That's a good trade. Damage for cooldown. End lag increased by 0.25 seconds. Range decreased by 10%. Hitbox size decreased by 10%. Okay. End lag increased by 0.5 seconds. Range decreased by 10%. Hitbox size decreased by 20. I wouldn't even say that's adjusted. I'd say that's a nerf. Honestly, I didn't say they buffed it in any type of way. That's just a nerf. All right, now we're on to Diamond. The M1s will no longer break your instinct, but the cooldowns are decreased by 20%. That's pretty good. So for the C move, what's the C? All right, the C move is the blind one. So you know how you used to stun for a long time, and they stopped it stun for a while. Well, they brought it back as a 1-second stun, so you can still start up a combo with that. But all damage is decreased by 10. So I heard that Pain's last stand got reworked. Alright. It keeps the user alive in combat while active. Health resets to maximum and drains through the final stand duration, and healing is disabled. Defeating another player with this window deactivates the last stand and resets the meter to 0. NPC eliminations do not count. Thank you. So that's good. So when you kill someone in the last stand, you'll come back to life without the last stand. I think that's pretty good. That's definitely good. TTK, end lag increased by 0.5 seconds. Travel speed increased by 25%. That's pretty good for the X move. I mean, it'll go out a lot faster. Shark V3 and V4. The cooldown for the V3s increased by 15%. The duration of the V3, though, increased from 4.5 to 5. It's not bad. Except for the cooldown being increased by 15%. Okay. V4, its upgraded shield now scales up to 60% of maximum HP. Oof. Enemies hit by the whirlpool have their damage decreased by 20%. Okay. So they kind of buffed Shark, but also didn't buff it. So let's go to... And which one? We're going to look at the buffed ones now. We're going to go to nerfed and then buffed. Okay, the rework I've been waiting for and that they finally added. The Z move no longer breaks instinct when you tap it. That's pretty good. Now, the Z move, when you hold it, the damage is decreased by 30%. That is huge. Like, you're no longer going to get 90% of your HP wiped with one move. It's pretty good. Now, the X move now... What's the X move again? The X move is, like, the one that zigzags. Right? Yeah. No, that's... Yeah, it's the one that zigzags. Now, channels on hit, the other user cannot cast another ability before the animation completes. Okay. C move and lag increased by 0.3 seconds. So, X move was kind of a buff. But everything else was a nerf, thankfully. Thank gosh that got nerfed. Kit also nerfed. Z tap. There was a hold for the Z? Oh my gosh. They just put Kit in the dumps. The Z move no longer breaks instinct. What? No way, thank you. Now channels on hit, the user cannot cast. Oh, so it's like the same thing as that one. C move and lag increased by 0.3 seconds. Lightning, the V move tap. Oh, the hitbox size decreased by 10%. Yes. Thank you. Because I was always getting hit by that for absolutely no reason. Especially when I wasn't getting hit by it. The V hold hitbox size gained from charging is decreased by 25%. Okay, that's not too bad, but Sanguine C. Range is decreased by 15%. Hitbox size is also decreased by 10. That's gonna drop Sanguine out of the meta because the C and Z move are some of the main things, but the C move getting gone like that is like, oof. All right, now we're up to the swords. Instinct drain decreased by 50% for the initial hits. I like that because it normally just drains your instinct. Yama X. Oh, that's for the Z move, by the way. Yama X no longer breaks instinct; it only drains instinct while the target remains in the hitbox. Okay. What? No, they fixed the movement glitch. No way, bro. I actually liked using that one, but then again, some people were heavily abusing it. Yo, what's up, Leo? The X move, the hitbox size decreased by 15. Wow, so they dropped Skull Guitar because the only reason people use Skull Guitar was because it's because of the movement bug. Now okay. So for Ghoul V4, here's what they nerfed. They nerfed the first gear, the lifesteal is decreased from 27% to 20. For the second gear, the lifesteal decreased from 37 to 30. Wow. So they dropped it 7% for each gear. The crows, though, crows now drain instinct instead of breaking it instantly. Okay. Crow damage is decreased by 10%. Thank you, that needed to be nerfed. Alright guys, now for what everyone was waiting for, everything that got buffed. Here's everything that got buffed, guys. Alright, so starting off we have Dark. Dark, the Z move no longer self-stuns, range is increased. Wait, it no longer stuns. I like that. And the range is increased by 25%. Oh my gosh. Hitbox size is also increased by 25%. I might just start using Dark again. Lex now breaks instinct and end lag is decreased by 25%. Yo. That's crazy. I don't have any Robux on Danny right now. I am sorry. For the C move, the hitbox size increased by 15%. Oh, I just read that one. Alright, no, I didn't. What? Sorry, guys. Oh, I was thinking of a different move. X move breaks instinct. I do like that. The C move hitbox size is increased by 15%. When fully held, stun duration on the final hit increased by... Oh my gosh. Yo. And the V move, the cast time decreased by 25%. Thank you. End lag decreased by 25%. Travel speed increased by 20%. Dark might be a meta fruit again. Oh my gosh. Alright. Now everyone's go-to fruit when they start PvP is Doe. I suppose. Except me, I don't like Doe. Alright, the Z move. The hitbox size is increased by 15%. The Z move... Travel speed increased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 15. That's gonna get nerfed pretty quick. I can already say that. That buff is gonna go away pretty quick. All right, the X move this is the one that comes out of the ground. On hit, end lag decreased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 20% on both variants. Oh wait. We're talking Unawakened right now, aren't we? No, wait, are we talking Awakened or Unawakened? Hitbox size increased by 20. Okay. Oh, that's pretty useful. All right. For the C move, the hitbox size increased by 25%, stun duration increased by 40. Oh, gosh, I don't like that. That was already OP enough. Move, maximum hold duration increases for 3 seconds to 4 seconds. Are we serious right now? You gave the V move an extra second, bro. But the cast time is decreased by 20%. Okay, yeah. Hybrid X. Hybrid X move. It now breaks instinct, and the hitbox size is increased by 20%. Okay, at least it wasn't a huge dragon buff. If it was a huge dragon buff, I feel like it would have ruled the meta still. Like if it was a dragon buff like they did the dough buff, that would have been crazy. Stream later? I might stream tonight, yeah. Alright, now we're moving on to Eagle. By the way, heavily underrated, not used enough. So, for the Z move, the N lag is decreased by 20%. For the C move, the wind up decreased by 25%. But the travel speed increased by 25%. The C move was that yeah, it was like the soaring flight one, not the F. What am I on about? Never mind. V move, hitbox size increased by 20%. Stun duration increased by 30. Yeah, dude, I think Eagle needed a buff. For the F move, the flight speed increased by 30%. Oh gosh, we're just gonna have some Dragonstorm spammers with that now. I just realized they didn't do anything to Dragonstorm, did they? It's like, I don't think they buffed it, nerfed it, or balanced it. Yeah, did nothing to Dragonstorm. Damn. Alright, for the flight, the meter drain increased when flying with a gunner. Oh, drains faster with the gunner sword equipped. Okay. Thank you. Because I was just complaining about that. Fiend. They buffed it for some reason. Okay. Transformed, the Z-tap wind up decreased by 25%. Hitbox size increased by 15. The Z-hold cast time is decreased to 0.75 seconds. Okay. The X hold. Which one was the X again? I think it was that one. Yeah, okay. It was the one where he holds like the little Oni sphere. For the X hold, cast time decreased by 20% and the range is increased. And hitbox size increased by 25%. Okay, so that's gonna be huge for some people. And this is while being transformed, by the way. For the C move, N lag decreased by 6%. By 60%. That is huge. For the F, the hitbox size increased by 50%. All damage is increased by 17%. So the thing is, when they buff the beast fruits, no one cares about the other like skilled reworks. No one cares about the dark rework, the eagle rework, or the buff, or the flame. Like, people are just go back to using fiend. Alright. What's up, Jero? I want a flame, something I used to use. Ooh, I do like the first thing I see. Travel speed is increased by 40% for the X move. I do like to see that, mainly because it wasn't slow, but it wasn't coming out fast enough because you want it to be like a spider. You want it to be like an unawakened spider C. You want it to go out like that. The V move. Thank you, blox roots, for this, but the cast time is decreased by 30% and the travel speed is increased by 30%. That's crazy. Something in... Oh, let me see that real quick on my other phone. I can't add people right now. You're gonna have to give me a bit. For the F move, the cooldown is decreased by 20%. Okay. For gas, why did they buff this? I want to know why. The Z move hitbox is increased by 15%. The C move damage is increased by 30%. Charging time reduced by 30%. This is while being transformed. Okay. What was the Z? The Z move was... yeah. Oh my gosh. Why did y'all buff this? Alright, now Ghost. Something that is gonna... This is gonna rule the meta. Because it's like the biggest brain dead thing on here aside from the next one, which is Ice. Ghost Z move. Cast time is decreased by 50% and the stun duration increased from 1 second to 1.2. That's not a huge buff for the stun duration, but that's still pretty good. The cast time decrease is also crazy. 50%, dude. Wow. The X move, the range is increased by 15%. I'm pretty sure the X move is the one that, like, flies-ish. Not the F, but the one where you, like, go a little bit. Yeah. Alright, see, the knockback is decreased by 30%. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about using Ghost, is because the C move's knockback it sucked. Alright, we're gonna go to the F and then the V. Cast time is decreased by 15% for the F move. That's not bad. Now, the one that's gonna rule the meta because of it, Ghost V. Summon Ghosts are receiving a major ability upgrade and can now mirror sword abilities. It's gonna... They should have also put a side thing that they disappear faster when you have a sword out. Now, something I already tested and I think it's crazy good. The X move now breaks instinct and the hitbox size is increased by 25%. The C move, travel speed, is increased by 60% for Awakened C and Unawakened. I saw it too. The V move is now usable in air, meaning you can now fight dragon users in the air. Thank you, blox roots. Mammoth, untransformed, all damage is increased by 10%, and transformed dash distance is increased by 10%. Oh, we're talking about that dash. Okay, I was thinking something else. Phoenix, awakened and transformed. The M1. Sorry, give me a second. Excuse me. Phoenix, awakened and transformed. The M1 damage is increased by 20% for the M1, and hitbox size increased by 20%. Explosion hitbox size also increased by 20%. That's a big buff for the M1. That's 3 buffs on an M1. For the Z, the damage is increased by 15%. Honestly, I think that was needed because the Z move never really dealt that much damage. Next, energy cost is decreased by 40%. What was the X move again? It was the healing move. Oh, energy cost decreased. Wow. 40% too? Damn. You should have just, like, decreased it by 30%, man. 40% is, like, no one's running out of energy, bro. Now, Quake. I love this fruit. And this might be my new main fruit alongside of Dark and Sand still. Awakened Quake, the damage is increased by 20% and the end lag is decreased by 70%. Damn. For the X move, the damage is also increased by 40% and the windup is decreased by 30%. The windup is crazy because it normally takes so long and I can't wait to see how fast that goes. The end lag is also going to be decreased by 30%. For the C move, the damage is increased by 40%, the windup is decreased by 30%, and the end lag is also decreased by 30%. C move is going to be crazy because the windup was so long, but also increasing the damage on Quake this much, dude, is crazy. For the B move, the damage is increased by 20%. This is Awaken, by the way. Quake might just be a meta. Look at the amount of buffs on this thing, dude. Especially with all the windups gone. Oh my gosh. Alright, now for my favorite fruit. Thank you, blox roots. You finally did something to Sand that was good. The X move. The unhit end lag is decreased by 40%. Thank you. For the C move, the end lag is decreased by 60%. Damn! And the hitbox size is increased by 25%. Now, I don't use Awaken C, but I might start using it because of this. For the V move, the vortex strength increased by 100%. Pulling enemies more strongly toward the center. Cast time is decreased by 50%. Oh my gosh. For the F, the flight speed is increased by 25%. Okay, thank you for that, I guess. I'd never used it, but okay. But the strength increase by 100% is crazy. It pulls them towards the center instead of shooting them out. That's kind of like... Damn. I'm gonna screenshot that and the Quake because me and my friend both use that shit in their OP. Spider. Awakened. The damage is increased by 50%. This is Z move. Oh my gosh. Damage is increased by 50%. Range increased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 60. That's a huge buff for the Z move. This is Awakened. The X move, which one is that again? It's like the web rumors, whatever you want to call it. Hitbox size increased by 30% and stun duration increased by 20%. It's not bad. Tiger. Why the fuck did we buff Tiger? Transform Tiger. Wind up decreased by 20%. Hitbox increased by 15%. That was... What move was that? Oh, that move. Okay. Alright, the C move. The travel speed is increased by... The C tap. Its travel speed is increased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 10%. Okay. That's crazy. For Tiger, too. C hold cast time is decreased to 0.75 seconds. Range increased. Okay. I feel like the range did need to be increased. Thank you. You never said by how much percent. Now we're not going to know. F can now be dodged with instinct. Travel speed increased by 10%. Why are we buffing the travel speed? It was already fast enough. Holy crap. They buffed the blazing form, dude. Heals for 30% of maximum health upon entering blazing form. Damn. So you get a huge HP increase. Damn. Z move, damage increased by 30%. X move, travel speed increased by 50%. C move, damage increased by 10%. Travel speed increased by 15%. Hitbox increased by 15%. The F now breaks instinct. Wind up decreased by 30%. Now werewolf. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy buffs to werewolf. So just for having werewolf in general, your life steal heals for 3% of all damage dealt. Z move, final hit damage increased by 30%. Hitbox size increased by 5%. X move, wind up decreased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 10%. C tap, travel speed increased by 20%. Hitbox size increased by 10%. C hold cast time decreased to 0.75 seconds. Hitbox size increased to 10%. F move can now be dodged with instinct. Cooldown decreased by 50%. Travel speed increased by 10%. Alright. Blazing form for werewolf now. Passive still heals for 3% of all damage dealt. V moves heals for 30% of maximum health when initially inflicted with rabies. Great way to word it. When afflicted with rabies. Wow. Knockback decreased by 30% for the Z move. The X move, travel speed increased by 20%. C move, damage increased by 20%. Travel speed increased by 50%. Hitbox size increased by 15%. F move, wind up decreased by 30%. Alright. For Yeti transformed F move, the hitbox size increased by 10% and all damage increased by 10%. Why are we buffing the beast fruits more than anything? I feel like don't get me wrong, like, some things are crazy on here, but why are they already buffing, like, the things that got buffed? Alright, for fighting styles now, we have Death Step and Shockman Karate. Death Step Z, range increased by 50%, hitbox size increased by 50%. That's crazy good. The X move, range is increased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 20%. X move is like the rocket thingy, whatever you want to call it, I forgot. C move, damage over time is increased by 25%, and lag is decreased from 0.25 seconds to 0.1. Okay. Hitbox size increased by 15%. Oh my gosh. C move is going to be crazy. V move, cooldown decreased by 50%, duration decreased by 50%. Oh. So cooldown is a lot shorter, but how long it lasts is also a lot shorter. So that's worth it. So Sharkman Karate, the X move no longer latches the opponent in the air, launches the opponent more. Thank you for no longer putting the opponent in the air, because I never used it for that reason. And the orb speed increased by 25%. Thank you. I did not like that it went in the air. C move now grants temporary health based on damage absorption. No longer instinct. No longer it's no longer kentrickable. The hold can no longer be canceled by incoming damage. Damage reduction while holding increased maximum hold time is now 1.5. Damn. Okay, that's not bad for fighting style reworks. Now we're moving on to swords, which they did Darkblade, Pole V2, and Twin Hooks. Darkblade Z move. This is a Z move, the one that does crazy few slashes, 1,000 slashes, I think. Z move hold charge time is increased by 10%, and the end lag is decreased by 30%. Range is also increased by 10%. Hitbox size is increased by 10%. Honestly, I don't feel like anyone used the charge thing for the Darkblade. I feel like they all just tapped it. But the range being increased is good. Hitbox size increase is also pretty good. Now, Pole V2. Definitely never used enough, but it's pretty good. With the Z move, hitbox size is increased by 35%. Okay. For the X, end lag decreased from 0.3 to 0.15 seconds, so they halved it. The range is increased by 20%. Hitbox size is increased by 20%. I feel like they needed to massively increase the range. I'd say like 40%, like double what they already did. Because it even with 20% increase to that, it's gonna have no range still. But the hitbox size is also increased by 20%, so honestly, it kind of balances out right there. Twin hooks. The enemy landing for the Z move. The enemy landing location is now more predictable. The Z move is the spiral one. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Now, finally, guns. Kabucha, Venom Bow, and the system. Oh, Kabucha and Venom Bow, and then we have the system. Kabucha, it now applies a 0.5 second stun instead of a knock-up. I'll take a screen of these two. I use those two all the time. Next move, the end lag is decreased from 0.4 to 0.2 seconds. Okay. Alright. I kind of like that. Venom Bow, the range is increased by 15%. And for the Z move was... Oh, wait. That's actually not bad. Next move, it now applies a 1 second stun even when instinct dodged. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright. System changes, guys. Gun M1s. All gun M1 attacks now have aim assist. I'm sorry. What? What? No. What the fuck? Aim assist and blox fruits? Yo, what? It's crazy. Instinct dodges. They now the regeneration time decreases from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, allowing instinct dodges to replenish 25%. Thank you, Bloxers. 25% faster. Damn. Aim assist, though. What? Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all. This is my time to go. Thank y'all for all coming in.